Made me believe I was a psychopath. Posted by Blake Goon. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. Back in 2019, I got into a rhythm of working out and truly taking care of myself on a different level, and it was really showing. I fell in love with myself and in love with my life. I was just doing my own thing, out of the army now and working for a general contractor. I was so committed to the gym that I never made time for any of my friends or partying or anything like that. I was 22 at the time. My old buddy invited me over to a barbecue at his house, and I met this girl. She was too beautiful for me to believe she was even in my league. A few months went by, and I was always asking her to take her on a date. She finally let me. This turned into the deepest love I have ever had for somebody than I've ever been able to feel. The strongest passion I have ever felt for a human being in my entire life. I was married in the army for 2 years, but she wasn't true love, just We spent every waking moment together. Her job was as a nanny for a super rich couple and their little girl and another older man with 2 kids. She also went to school full time. I was always cheated on growing up. It started my feelings of not being able to trust anybody. I remember there were times where I heard horror stories about girls cheating with their boss and crap like that, so I started to get weird when I saw texts that had emojis and crap. It was really odd for me to see an old man texting like that. I blew it off. She would always FaceTime me when she was babysitting at his house, and it made me feel a little better about it. About 2 months in, she went to a party at a local college with some of her old friends. Later that night asked me to pick her up. While she was there, she was pretty dodgy, but she let me pick her up, also kind of helped my feelings. When we got home, she was super drunk, and I saw a text come to her phone with an L to start the name. I instantly asked who it was. She said it was her girlfriend whose name starts with an L, so I dropped it. Around 2 hours later, another text came in, and I heard it. I couldn't help myself but look. It was indeed another man. It turns out this guy invited her to a frat party that was like date-themed or something like that. I instantly broke up with her. She was in shambles. Showing up at my house, bawling her eyes out and begging me to take her back. My crap judgment told me that she learned her lesson. She gave me permission to look at her phone, see her socials, etc. Starting to sound toxic, right? Time went by, and another month later, I felt weird about the man she babysat for, and I started making comments about him because I really felt something. Every time I brought this guy up, she would tell me that I'm toxic, I'm psycho, I'm insecure, this that everything under the moon. I just could feel it. They texted weird. She would just say that he texted like her. He would drop KK and random crap like that. It was all weird. Well, this guy opened up a pharmacy, and she started working there for him again. Now it was a 9 to 5. It was like this for just about the entire relationship. I brought this guy up so many times that she really just messed my head up with her responses. It turns out this guy has a 25 years old girlfriend, and she is also a psychopath. Oh yeah, and he goes to the strip club like every day, oh yeah, and he follows nothing but young girls showing ass on Instagram, like more than 500s including my own girlfriend. It perpetuated my insecurities. I got so bad. I got out of touch with my family. One night, I almost killed myself over everything, and she broke up with me and made me see a therapist. After a few weeks, we were back together. There was a night where something happened when we were out. I was at home waiting for her to get to my house. She came home, my roommate was mad that he didn't get to frack some girl and took it out on my roommate's girl. It was a very weird situation, they left blah blah blah. The next week or so, I went snooping on her phone, and a random number texted her asking her if she remembered him. I instantly confronted her about it. She made me believe I was crazy. Well, my crazy ass made her text him back and figure out who he is. It turns out when she left my house that night, she left with that girl and went to some after-hour party. On her way out of the party, she gave this guy her number. I texted him basically saying I would hurt him blah blah blah. I was mad, obviously not going to prison over this. Also, I broke up with her again. She begged me back, Same crap as the first time. So I took her back, made more comments about her boss over and over. Every time I said something about her, she would actually make me believe her, and the truth is, I wanted to believe her. I couldn't imagine her doing something with a 50-plus man who looks like a wrinkled pickle and uses steroids. Whatever, I convinced myself. We then move in together. Things were rough here and there, but I have to say, I loved the fuck out of this girl and believed we were strong enough to do anything. I was going through her phone and came across an email thread she had with somebody. It read. Basically, she was seeing what this man had in mind as a sugar baby. A sugar baby? I lost it. She told me it was for her friend, who I set up with an older man at one point, and I believed her. Then, her dad passed away. Alcoholic and diabetic, drank Pink Mike's hard all day every day. When this happened, I was so upset, we wallowed. When this happened, she started to push me away. She started pushing me away so bad, and I got to a dark place. A place surrounded by insecurities and nobody to talk to. I cheated on her on a work trip. I hate myself for it. I have never cheated before. I grew up watching that affect my mom, got cheated on by my ex-wife, and just hated the whole thing. I hated myself. Out of fear, I hid my actions. Sunday, the girl I cheated with told my girlfriend. My girlfriend has since called me every single name in the book. She calls me disgusting and all these things. She hates me, etc. So she's moving her crap out of my bedroom in prep to move out. I felt weird, so Tuesday morning, she was at her mom's house. I snuck into her bedroom and saw her iPad. I grabbed it and went to the messages. It is linked with her Apple ID. I read her texts between her and the girl from earlier, with the older man. They read that she knew this was coming. Me cheating, talking about karma. She was saying her boss's name and how she continuously did stuff and that this is karma. Her friend even said that she thought she was going to get caught. She didn't think it would be me cheating. She thought she would get caught. My girlfriend follows up that she has been hella smart, so there is no way I would ever find it out. Dude. I took screenshots. Later that morning, she came home to grab work clothes. I called her mom and asked her if she knew she was having an affair with me with her boss. Her mom had no idea. I then sent only one of the screenshots to her. She runs out of her room screaming at me, "How dare you go on my iPad when you fracking cheated blah blah blah." Basically trying to make me forget what I read. Unfortunately, I had all the proof I needed. I sat there with a straight face knowing we were truly done. She then leaves, saying this is crap. Then she texts me on her way to work, saying she gets off at 1 and that we can talk and whatever. I already knew enough. She had been doing something with the guy I made comments about this entire time. Well, she comes over, I break up with her, she's crying saying I didn't ever do anything with him, he just needed somebody to talk to so I would talk to him, and he would pay me for it, all this babysat that I just could see right through. The truth finally came out. She had been sucking him off after she babysat before and now after the pharmacy would close, like the crap you see on PH. I am devastated. This old man talked my fracking girlfriend into doing this. I fracking hate him, and I fracking hate her. I hate my fracking life. Turns out, she claims, he was holding her job over her head saying crap like, "I got you this job, I helped you out, you have to help me out." She would say no, and he was just persistent, and she felt she had to. Her reason is that she has always felt she needed money. She grew up watching her dad have literally nothing and all this crap saying she has daddy issues and what the frack ever. This entire time, I was right. I convinced myself I had issues. Like real issues. She is begging me to take her back. Since Tuesday, she quit that job. Since she mentioned that she said no, it went off in my head that this old frack manipulated a young girl. Filed a police report on him. She got a therapist to figure out how to get back to the person she wants to be. But she is begging me to go back. I have lost my mind in front of her about this. She knows what impacts she has had on my mental health and claims she hates herself for it. There is so much more that she is saying than I care to type right now. The worst part about this whole thing is that I love her and still see myself taking her back. As stupid as it sounds, I just am so deeply in love with her. Cried myself into work today. Been drunk since Sunday. And now for the top comments. God damn, you both are the worst type of toxic for one another. Neither you should even think about a relationship until you deal with whatever trauma from your past that is causing this behavior. The only thing missing from making these like thousands of other tragic stories is the murder/suicide at the end. Please, help each other through your problems if you must, but do not date until you do. You could have taken the high road and not cheat on your girlfriend, but no, you cheated and threw yourself in the gutter along with her. I like your excuse for cheating. I was in a dark place. Just another cheater excuses, and you know how much an excuse is worth. So welcome to the Cheaters Club. Grab a manual by the door. It's filled with common lies, gaslighting and excuses you can use to explain your reasons for cheating. Better yet, give a copy to your girlfriend, so you can gaslight each other as you both continue to cheat on each other. I'm sure you will take her back, she is one of your kind. That was painful to read. I will never understand how people keep trying to make horrible relationships work. Try one of the 5 other billion women, maybe? Also, if you are that insecure, you should be dating down, not up. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.